Hello, everybody. I guess I'm live. First live I've done on YouTube. First of all, I guess I'm a progressive liberal, and I'm extremely depressed. But I don't want my daughter to get worried because I'm depressed, but I'm okay of what Donald Trump has done to all of us who feel that he is totally incapable of being a president for all of us. My reason for coming on is that I remember he went to the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania. And I remember many years ago seeing a comment by his professor who said he was the dumbest student he ever taught. I learned that I remember reading that many years ago. I don't know whether you can come on, and only if you're against Trump, and share with everybody how you feel about this man who is, if he just, somebody said to him, look, you're president now, don't do anything. Go through the motions, go down to the golf course and play golf every day. Nobody gives a shit. But he's such a masochist. What's the word? He's so full of himself. I believe this man has not one redeeming feature. I heard some woman on TikTok today say, well, he's funny. I've never heard him be funny. I've never heard him laugh. I've never really heard him smile. I get sick listening to him just talk. How many lies has he said all his life, or since we know him? Why does everybody in New York who grew up with him hate his guts? Hate his guts. His kids basically hate him. They have nothing to do with him. I'd love to know what his grandchildren really think about him. If he just left everything alone, played golf, we would have gotten through this time. I am not really prepared to talk more, but if I hold on for a minute, and any of you are watching this and you'd like to come on, I'm not sure how to allow you in, but this man is destroying our country. I can't believe it. I got my Social Security check today, and I was extremely nervous. How can it be that I'm afraid, actually, to do this video? Because I can't say anything about Elon Musk because he might take, hello, Flopper. Musk might take my, whatever the hell my name is, and cut off my Social Security. How can Trump not get rid of Elon Musk, not lock him up? Even whatever Trump is doing, what has Elon Musk done to totally destroy everything good about our country? Every single invention, all the scientists and all the army, the armed forces people who served their time in the army and then were lucky enough to get, how do you say I'm a serial killer without saying I'm a serial killer? I can't answer that. A lot of people say when something happens that's going to make all of us be very happy, we're going to be very happy when it happens. But think of all the soldiers, women, men who served in the army and were lucky enough and fortunate enough to get jobs in the government. They're not paid a lot of money, but they do a wonderful job. I went to the Social Security office about 2 months ago to have my passport or my, whatever it was, my Social Security card, I lost it, so I got a new one. And I was so impressed with the lady behind the glass who did everything to make my trip worthwhile. She did everything right. Why do Trump supporters not understand? Do you think Trump is a good or bad person? Harper, I don't believe you're asking that. Have you been listening? If I can say it and get away with it. I went to Stanford. I'm fairly educated. I served 2 wonderful years in the Peace Corps, started by President Kennedy. And I was so proud. I don't want to cry. I was so goddamn proud to be an American in an African country teaching for 2 years, where the kids came up to me and their parents came up and said, Mr. Andy, America is great. They send someone like you to teach our students. I had a student who was so poor, he walked 45 minutes to his hut from my little town in Eritrea, Ethiopia. The answer, Harper, is I think he is absolutely the worst person to ever live on this earth. He's worse than Hitler because he's stupid and he doesn't give a shit about anybody except himself. Do you understand that? Would you say, Andy, I think you're right? Yes, sir. Good. Thank you. But I'd like to finish the story. I had this student whose name was Kadani Araya, Kadani. And I could tell after the second week teaching him in 1966 that he was brilliant. How could a kid in a little village, not a village, a hut in Ethiopia, how the hell could he be so smart? Well, God, if I don't believe in God, but God gave him this incredible ability. And he was dirt poor. And you know what I did? I remember his name. I contacted the American Embassy in Asmara, Ethiopia. No, it was in Adikai. No, it was in whatever the capital city is. Oh my God. Addis Ababa means new flower. And when we first got to Ethiopia, there were 40 of us teaching. And when we arrived, we got off the plane and we were invited to the American Embassy in Addis Ababa. And there was a tall, wonderful man by the name of Edwin Corey. Mr. Corey, if you're still alive, I love you. Because here's what he said. I love Trump. Well, Vivi, Haley, whoever you are, you're a moron. If you don't understand, the stock market went down more than 1,000 points today. How many people have lost their, I don't have it, but when you put money, when you're working, you put money into whatever it is. I happen to have Social Security. You love Trump. I wish you'd go away. But Mr. Corey, Ambassador Corey said to us, all of you, if you have any problem that the Peace Corps cannot take care of, you contact me. So I called Ambassador Corey and I told him about Kadani. And what happened? He said, I'm going to give a full scholarship. He was in grade 7 at the time, to Kadani through it was middle school, high school, and university. He said the American government will be proud to pay for this wonderful young man. And he did. And do you know where Kadani is today, if he's still alive? I've lost track. He became a full professor at Rice University in Texas in, oh my God, looking for oil. I forget the name of the job that he had, but he was a professor to find oil. A little kid in a little village in Ethiopia. So why am I on here tonight? To try to get Vivi and Haley to watch the news and try to understand. You need to get out on Saturday and call for this man's removal from office. I guarantee you, in 1 month, there's going to be a depression. Because how many people did he let Musk get rid of? from the government. There's no doubt that the government maybe needs to be downsized a bit. But over 200,000 goddamn, mostly Army people who served in the Army, they've lost their job. How can anybody be so cruel? Don't give it to Musk to do. Give it to the people in each department. We want you to go through, and if there are any people that can be let go, then do it. Maybe they're too old. Maybe they're not working hard enough. You know who they are, but not goddamn Elon Musk. Vivi, can you change just to make me happy for a minute? How do you say I'm a serial killer without saying I'm a serial killer? Is he a serial killer? I don't know. Okay, I think I've said enough. No, I want to say one more thing. When I was in Ethiopia, and up until about 6 months ago, I was proud to be an American. I went to Stanford. I got a wonderful education. I've had a wonderful life. I live in California. I live 6 blocks from the beach. And I'm ashamed to be an American. I'm goddamn ashamed to be an American. Oh, God. Vivi, you'll make my day if you say, I'm sorry, sir, Andy, I listened to you, and I'm going to think about it. Would you do that? I hope everybody goes out on Saturday to a goddamn Tesla dealership and stand there and yell and scream and stop Tesla from selling their goddamn pathetic Tesla trucks. How many thousands of Tesla trucks? Every one that's ever been built has to go in to be fixed because they're cheap. They use glue where the sides fell off. What kind of a pathetic. And you can't say anything to these two people. Everybody who works for Trump and Musk are afraid to tell the truth because they'll retaliate. Or they'll get morons like Haley and Vivi to find the people who are against them. They fired today some people in the I don't know what it was, who allowed what happened in the bombing of a few days ago. I forget the name. Anyway, I'm tired. Thank you, anybody who's listened. I'll come back again. And I appreciate your listening. I hope Vivi and Haley or whoever, I hope you listen. Bye-bye.